You're watching the TCMMA podcast.
Now, as we work our way up, in the next one, you got Wang Cong versus Gabriella Fernandes. And if you don't remember Wang Cong, now she gets to fight in China in her UFC debut. Huge first round KO, which you don't see a lot in the women's division, in the women's divisions, especially this one, right? So she comes in and makes a statement like that. A lot of people don't know her name yet, but they're going to know her name. I mean, this is a women's flyweight division fight. You don't see a lot of big KOs in this division. You see them from time to time, but not often. Right now, she's 6-0, but she's taking on a Brazilian, and I'm always reluctant to go against the Brazilians. Fernandes, 9-3. So let's get into this fight right now. In the women's flyweight division at UFC Macau, you got Wang Cong taking on Gabriella Fernandes. Highly interesting fight. Now, Cong comes in at 6-0. Fernandes, 9-3. China versus Brazil. And you know the Chinese are going to be heavily supporting Cong. But keep in mind, Brazilians do well on the road. Both fighters 5'6". Cong 32. Fernandes 31. I like that. They're both right in the prime. Cong 1-inch reach advantage. They both fight southpaw or left-handed. Wang Cong so far, just in 6 fights, right? Well, fewer than that here in the UFC. Over 7 significant strikes per minute to Fernandes at 3.7 per minute. Takedown game heavily favors Wang Cong, over 1 takedown per round. Fernandes getting like 1 every 5. So let's dive into Fernandes' takedown defense, just 59%. So that's going to be a problem. Wang Cong is coming off back-to-back wins over Victoria Leonardo by first-round KO. So came into the UFC no problem, won easily, and beat Paula Luna at Road to UFC by submission. Fernandes' takedown defense, again, 59%. Beat Carly Judice in her last fight, but just by a split decision, lost to Teresa Bleda and Jasmine Jasudavicius. 2 decent fighters. But listen, if Wang Cong is as good as we think she is, and I hate to go against Brazilians, you know that, but she's going to be at home. Major support. She's undefeated, and she could be a rising fighter for China. So look for them to heavily support her, obviously, fighting at home. But she should win this fight even at a neutral site. So I like Wang Cong to win and move to 7-0. Women's flyweight division. UFC Macau. After the first round KO, I'm not going against Wang Cong, especially against Gabriella Fernandes. Now, if she starts to work her way up in the division, she moves up levels, it's going to get more interesting. But the UFC is doing the right thing by giving her this opponent at home, right? Let her win this fight, build herself up, build the name up. China's going to love it, and I don't think they care about the matchup. They just want to see their fighters win at home. But the Brazilians are known for surprising the home crowd. They have no problem going on the road and no problem beating the home crowd favorite. So keep an eye on that. But to me, Wang Cong is a different specimen. Please believe it. And you will see it on Saturday.
He's gon' fight, wait, he's gon' fight, wait, hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height, yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight, hold up, think twice, gladiator assassin, reckless, no abandon, walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass